Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coast. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with them K Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was clutter. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this a jungle, the top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not shit I do. Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling wins that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling wins that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling wins that never be the same.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You're friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. And my stomach keep up tight, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington football team and the Minnesota Vikings. To return here in 2 weeks for Super Bowl 56. We are underway in L.A. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here. By the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and 10, it's Griffin, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Griffin. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin flushed out right. He may try and run for this.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Griffin firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Griffin. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Griffin. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to... And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Point after here coming up. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7.
So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 46 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
now they try the right side here. Oh, look at the juke. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. A run here for J.D. McKissic. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To throw is RG3. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
A gain of 12.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A carry now for McKissic. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, Griffin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 21 yards away. And Washington has retaken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point up and through, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now for Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's a 2nd touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go, but how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. sheds off the tackle, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has once again taken the lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Yeah, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down. Let's go. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys are able to regain the lead. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
23-yard line.
To throw again. Griffin escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Griffin. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Flush to his right. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
from the gun, it's Griffin.
At the 44-yard line.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. Dancing to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now Griffin on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep 3rd position and makes the interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
36-yard line.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Cook following the penalty. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football. There's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen, but just had 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Danny Johnson returning. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Good job. How that boy stepping up, finally.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
The 35-yard line. A gain of 34 yards.
On 1st down, Griffin. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's McKissick, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, Griffin. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab in this NFC Championship battle. 6-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Washington, 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the 1st down sack. Griffin, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
48.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Big yardage that time for Washington. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they try the right side here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. A gain there of 21 yards. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Griffin. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. So now Washington will again go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run it again with Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. Cook. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So here come the Vikings now as they'll again go for 2.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
First down, Washington.
On first down, Griffin buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Griffin now to throw on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Griffin. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Washington.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun. Griffin. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. So Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes we just show the stage.